Hello, everyone, and welcome back to EnglishPod Studio, where every conversation helps you learn. I'm Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, everyone. I'm John. How are you today, Sarah?
I am doing great today, John. My morning started off beautifully.
Oh, really? What made it so special?
I managed to wake up early. I sat by the window with my coffee while the sun came up. It was incredibly peaceful.
Man, I love a bright morning, but waking up early definitely didn't happen for me today.
Oh no? What went wrong?
My alarm went off and I just kept hitting the snooze button.
Snooze. Do you know this word, everyone? Snooze means you stop the alarm for 5 more minutes. You go back to sleep, 5 more minutes, then 5 more minutes, then 5 more minutes, and then you are late.
Exactly, and that is why I was running behind today.
Well, John, this ties right into our topic today. No, not being late, but rather our daily routines. Let's look at the word routine. What is a routine? A routine is simply the sequence of actions you follow every single day. For instance, I wake up, brew some coffee, and open up the windows. That is my fixed morning routine.
Ah, got it. So it's basically a daily game plan.
Precisely. Everyone relies on some kind of routine, even if it shifts a little bit from day to day.
Well, my routine is simple. Wake up, hit snooze, and then hit snooze one more time. That counts, right?
Yes, I suppose it does. But before we dive deeper, we have a quick favor to ask.
Yes, if you're enjoying the podcast, please click the like button and subscribe to English Pod Studio, and share this episode with any friends or family who are practicing their English.
Thank you so much, guys. Your support means the world to us. Let's start with the morning. John, what's your very first move after you finally get past that snooze button?
Once the snooze phase is over, I drag myself out of bed.
Good. Get out of bed is a very common phrase. What comes next?
I head to the bathroom to wash my face and brush my teeth.
Perfect. Those are the absolute basics that we all handle every single morning.
Definitely. And right after that, it's straight to the coffee maker. Coffee is non-negotiable for me. I literally can't function or speak without it.
I can tell. I love coffee too, but I always make sure to do one specific thing beforehand.
Before coffee, wow, what could possibly take priority over caffeine?
I throw open the windows to let the fresh air in.
Fresh air before coffee? You're operating on a much healthier level than I am, Sarah.
I try my best. The crisp air helps me clear my head and wake up naturally.
For me, coffee is the only thing that does the trick. Nothing else even comes close.
We just have different setups and both work fine. What about breakfast? Do you usually eat something, John?
It's pretty hit or miss, honestly.
Come on, John, you shouldn't skip breakfast.
I know. If I'm pressed for time, I'll just grab a quick piece of toast.
Toast is a great, effortless option. Personally, I prefer a more substantial breakfast, like a bowl of yogurt topped with fresh fruit.
That sounds incredibly healthy. I stick to plain toast with a bit of butter. Simple and reliable.
Fair enough. And once breakfast is out of the way, how do you get ready?
I jump into the shower. It has to be a steaming hot shower. The hotter, the better. It shocks my system awake, just like a strong cup of coffee.
That's a creative way to put it, a coffee replacement for your body. I usually opt for a warm shower and then I move on to getting dressed.
Ah, picking an outfit. This is where my morning completely falls apart, Sarah.
Really? Why is that such a challenge?
I stare into my wardrobe, which is where all my clothes live, and my mind goes totally blank. I always end up thinking I have absolutely nothing to wear.
John, your closet is completely full.
I know, but nothing feels right in the moment. I try on a shirt, take it off. Try another one, still no.
So, how much time do you lose doing this?
Probably 15 to 20 minutes easily, just figuring out an outfit.
Okay, I have the perfect hack for you, John.
Please, save me. What is it?
Lay out your clothes the night before. Right before you go to sleep, decide exactly what you're going to wear tomorrow. When you get up, you don't have to think at all. You just put them on.
Wow, planning ahead like that is incredibly smart. It eliminates so much morning stress. I'm going to test that out tonight for tomorrow's outfit.
Exactly. You'll see a massive difference. Now that you're dressed, it's time for the commute. Let's look at that word, commute. It simply means the journey you make between your home and your workplace every day. How do you usually get to the office? I catch the bus, so I commute by public transit. Got it. Is the bus ride usually packed?
Oh, completely crowded. It's wall to wall people.
So, how do you pass the time while riding?
I just put my earbuds in and listen to some music or queue up a podcast.
Hopefully, a podcast like EnglishPod Studio.
You bet. Tuning into EnglishPod Studio on the way to work is the perfect use of time.
That's wonderful to hear. My commute is a bit different. I actually walk to work.
You walk on foot every single day?
Yes, it takes me roughly 20 minutes. I find a morning walk incredibly refreshing.
Walking for 20 minutes sounds exhausting to me.
I actually look forward to it. It gives me a chance to look at the trees and mentally map out my day. No distractions, no headphones, just pure thinking time.
Just reflecting? That sounds really grounding. I love how peaceful that feels. Peaceful means totally quiet, calm, and relaxing.
Exactly. Peaceful, quiet, and stress-free. That walk is my sanctuary.
Yeah, my bus ride is the exact opposite of peaceful.
True, but at least you have your podcasts. Now, let's say we've made it to work. John, what's your immediate priority when you step inside?
First things first, I head straight to the break room to brew a coffee.
Wait, another coffee? So you have your home coffee and your workplace coffee?
Yep, 2 cups are mandatory every morning. On tough days, maybe even 3. I know it's a lot, Sarah.
It certainly is. Once I sit down, I immediately open my inbox and start sorting through my emails to organize my tasks.
Same here. Emails come first, and then I map out my tasks for the day. For our learners, tasks are just the specific items of work you need to complete.
Yes, my task list is usually endless. Sometimes it feels a bit overwhelming.
I completely get that. What about lunchtime? Do you pack something from home, or do you usually eat out?
I always buy something. I don't have a single spare minute in the morning, mostly due to my 20-minute wardrobe crisis.
Ah, right, makes sense. So I usually just grab a quick sandwich or a bowl of soup right down the street.
I actually prefer to bring a packed lunch from home. I make it the night before.
Wait, the night before again? You organize your clothes and your meals ahead of time?
Yes, clothes and lunch both the night before.
You are incredibly disciplined and organized, Sarah.
It just streamlines my mornings. Plus, cooking at home saves a massive amount of money.
That's an excellent point. Eating out every single day drains your wallet fast. Do you usually take your lunch break with your coworkers?
Yes, we try to sit together in the cafeteria to chat and unwind. It's a great way to disconnect.
Definitely. Taking a true lunch break is essential. Your mind needs a chance to recharge.
Absolutely. My mind requires food, relaxation, and a bit of caffeine to survive the day.
The ultimate trio. So let's talk about the afternoon slump. How are you holding up around 3 p.m.?
Oh, 3 p.m. is notoriously difficult time of day.
Difficult? What happens then?
My eyelids start to feel incredibly heavy. I catch myself staring blankly at my monitor, desperately wishing I could curl up for a quick power nap.
Oh, I totally understand. Most people crash hard around that time. It's totally natural. Does that happen to you every single day, Sarah?
Pretty much. Once 3 hits, my energy levels plummet, and I feel like I'm moving through molasses.
Moving through molasses. I like that. Everything slows down. So how do you snap out of it?
I brew another cup of coffee, without fail.
Wait, another one, John? What number are we on now?
This makes number 3, sometimes 4. I know it's a bad habit, Sarah, but it keeps my engine running. Plus, I usually grab a little mid-afternoon bite. Do our listeners know the word snack? A snack is just a tiny portion of food you eat between your main meals to hold you over.
Right, like a quick cookie or a banana?
Exactly. I tried to keep it light in the afternoon with an apple or a handful of nuts.
Nuts, like peanuts?
Yes, peanuts, almonds, small and healthy.
I like peanuts, but I usually eat biscuits with chocolate.
Of course you do. I also drink green tea in the afternoon. No more coffee for me after lunch.
Green tea? Does that help?
Yes, it is lighter than coffee and it helps me feel calm. Calm, no stress, peaceful. Exactly, very good.
I will try green tea tomorrow after my 4th coffee, one step at a time.
And after work, how do you feel?
Tired, very tired.
Me too. After a long day, I am always ready to go home. The best moment is when I open my front door.
Yes, home is the best. What is the first thing you do when you get home?
I take off my shoes, I change my clothes immediately.
Oh yes, comfortable clothes, no more work clothes. T-shirt and soft pants, the most important moment of my day.
I do the same, change clothes the moment I arrive, and then I sit on my sofa. Just sit.
I do nothing for 10 minutes, just sit.
Yes, even 10 minutes of quiet is very good after work. My brain needs to stop. And then dinner. Do you cook?
I try, but I'm not a great cook.
What happened?
One time I made pasta. The pasta was okay, but I put too much salt.
Too much salt.
I took one bite and I drank a lot of water after. A lot. Too much salt is a common mistake. And one time I forgot the pasta in the water for too long.
Oh no, and the pasta?
Very soft. Very, very soft. Like soup. Pasta soup.
Pasta soup. That is creative, John.
My cooking is very creative.
That's a good word for it. I love that. Okay, so what do you make now?
Simple things. Pasta, eggs. Sometimes I order food.
Ordering food is easy and sometimes necessary.
Very easy and delicious.
I like to cook in the evening. I have more time after work. I make soup or vegetables.
That is healthy.
And I find cooking relaxing. Chopping vegetables, listening to music. Chopping, you mean cutting? Yes, chopping is cutting food into small pieces. I chop the onion, I chop the carrots.
Ah, chopping. I chop badly.
Practice makes perfect.
Maybe I order food and you chop.
Good system. And the evening after dinner, what do you do?
I watch a series on TV or my phone.
What kind of series?
Drama, action, sometimes comedy.
I like comedy. Yes, comedy is good after a long day. Laughing helps you relax.
Relax, put down all the stress. Be comfortable.
Exactly, very good. And I read before bed, about 30 minutes.
Reading before bed? I try, but I fall asleep after 2 pages.
That means the book is relaxing you.
Very relaxing. What time do you go to bed, Sarah?
I go to bed at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. That is early.
I am a morning person. I wake up early, so I sleep early.
I go to bed at midnight.
Midnight, John?
I know. One more episode, then one more, then one more.
And your phone? Do you look at your phone before bed?
Yes, I check messages, I look at social media just for a few minutes.
A few minutes. Maybe 30 minutes, John. Maybe 1 hour, John.
I know. The phone is bad before sleep. Blue light, it wakes up your brain.
Exactly. Blue light is the light from your phone or computer screen. It tells your brain it is daytime. Do not sleep.
So my brain thinks it is daytime at midnight.
Yes, that is why it is hard to sleep.
I need to put the phone down, but it is very hard.
Try to put the phone down 30 minutes before bed. Just 30 minutes.
30 minutes, no phone. I can try.
Good. Your brain will thank you.
My brain says, thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome, John's brain. Okay, back to your evening. What time do you sleep?
Quite late. I always end up telling myself just one more video over and over.
Ah, just one more video. Those are famous last words before you realize how late it is, and suddenly it's midnight. So, John, you are definitely a night owl. You love the evening and staying up late.
Yes, I am an evening person. I am good at night, not in the morning.
And I'm a morning person. I'm good in the morning, not at midnight. Morning person, evening person, both are okay. Both are completely normal. The important thing is to know yourself and make a routine that works for you.
That makes sense. Work with your body, not against it.
Exactly. You said it perfectly. Okay, let's review what we talked about today.
Yes, review time.
Today, we talked about daily routines. Yes, all the things we do every day, in the morning, at work, in the evening.
Good. In the morning, we wake up, wash our face, brush our teeth, and drink coffee, very important, and eat breakfast. Then we get dressed and commute to work.
Commute, travel from home to work. John by bus, Sarah by walking.
Good, you remembered. At work, we check emails, do tasks, and have a lunch break. Buy lunch or bring lunch from home. After work, we go home, change into comfortable clothes, relax, cook dinner, watch TV, read, and then sleep. Morning people sleep early, evening people sleep late. Both are normal.
Perfect. You've remembered everything, John.
Yes, I learned a lot today about routines and about your organized night before system.
The night before system works. Try it.
I will tonight.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for listening to EnglishPod Studio.
Yes, thank you everyone. It was fun talking about our day. Please subscribe to EnglishPod Studio and give this episode a like. It helps us so much. And share it with a friend who is learning English.
And we have a question for you today.
Yes, please leave a comment below. Are you a morning person or an evening person? And tell us one thing you do every day. Write it in English. We would love to read your answers.
See you next time. Bye, everyone.